Hello students. So in the previous class we just saw how Captain Ahab, a one-legged sailor, so he lost his leg on the whaling vessel and he went in search of a white whale for taking up the revenge. So let's see what happens in the further of the story, and later the very legendary white whale called as Moby Dick. So he has went in search of a Moby Dick, a captain called as Ahab. Ahab is one of a one-legged sailor. So he just went in search of legendary white whale called Moby Dick. Ahab wants to take revenge on the whale for having bitten off his leg during their previous encounter. So in this previous expedition, so he has lost his leg and the white whale which has been bitten off. Melville makes the white whale a symbol of dark forces. So he has marked up the white whale as a dark forces and made an commentary that it is a threat for a human life. The novel had come to be considered as one of the best novel in the world. So it has been represented as one of the best novel in the world. And later on, what has happened? So let's see in the next paragraph of the lesson here. So as we all know that Captain Ahab is being explainable in his novel called Moby Dick. And then later, in more recent times, there has been a realization that the whales are by no means cruel or wicked or normally dangerous. So, with the help of the studies, it was realized that the whale is not at all no more a cruel or dangerous to the mankind. They only harm when they feel threatened for themselves and even their family. They have an unusual large brain and which shows a form of intelligence. So they have a very large and unusual brain and which shows it is a form of intelligence. And then later, they are social creatures with strong bonds of family and group. So they are a very social creatures and they have had a strong bond of families and their groups. They are not a type of a fish. So as we all know that it is not a type of a fish, and they are mammals and do not breathe air from water as fish do, but come out to the surface to take a breath at regular intervals. So they are not like a fish. They won't be getting any oxygen under the water. So they have to come up to the water surface and take a breath at the regular intervals. And as we all know that it is not a type of a fish, but it is a mammal. What is a mammal? A mammal is a creature or an animal which gives directly birth to the young ones. And then along with the dolphins and the porpoises, they use what is called as echolocation. So as the dolphins and the porpoises they gives out a whistle sound. They usually gives out the whistle sounds. It's a kind of a communication where they do with the help of this whistling sound. Now, to find things underwater, making a kind of a whistling sound and catching the echo when it hits an object and bounces back. So as we all know that once if the thing is being cracked out and it has been bounced back and heard later, right? So that is called as an echo. So the same way the ecosystem was followed by the whales too for the communication purpose. They are certainly not hostile to humans. So they are not at all dangerous and violent creatures which will be harming up the humans. The whale that attacked the excess, that is the whaling ship, must have felt a threat to itself or its family. As we all know that it only attacks the ships and the humans when they feel threat to themselves and for their family. As a result of such knowledge, whales are now looked on as an important part of Earth's environment. So, as we all know that it their species are getting into an extent. So to safeguard their lives, it is considered as one of the important part of the environment now. And there was an international ban on hunting them. So now every country's rules and every legally it has been banned up the killing of the whales. That is international ban on hunting. And from being hunted for food and lamb to be being feared and fought as menace to becoming a kind of a supernatural symbol of evil to being protected as a valuable part of world's fauna. The whale has certainly undergone dramatic changes in its relationship with humans. So, in the ancient period and in the olden days, the humans were thinking that it is a kind of a threat and it is one of a dangerous thing which will be harming up the human and it will be attacking the human with no reason. But after the certain days and after the studies and after realization that it is also a social creature and it also loves to get bondage with the family. So after this realization, humans have changed their point of view on the whales. These past changes should perhaps alert us to possibilities of future change. Today, whales are looked on with wonder, respect, and protective feeling. As a result, they are increasingly photographed, filmed, and watched by the tourist. Whale watching tourism is getting more and more popular. So, apart from killing up the whale, and now the photography and the tourism of the whale has become very popular nowadays. So, by this, what we have to understand is the people have taken the things little seriously, and then later part will be discussed in the next video. Hope you all are getting the things what it is being explainable. So we'll catch you up in the next video. Thank you.